In just 12 years, the volunteers at Oasis Community Gardens in Worksop have transformed 2 acres of derelict fields into a thriving community garden that is now open to the public 365 days a year. I'm here to meet with Steve Williams, the project manager of this thriving community, to find out how these garden projects have developed over time.
When we first came here, it was just a derelict space, nearly 2 acres of land and a derelict building. It was just an abandoned field. No trees, no flowers, and very little here. So we started to work on it about 12 years ago. We first started working with the local community to see what they wanted, and we worked with the local school kids to see what they would enjoy having on their doorstep. And so that's where it started. And piece by piece, we've raised the money to buy play equipment, to build everything from a dome greenhouse. They wanted an Eden project here, but it's a little bit smaller than Eden project, but still we managed to put a dome greenhouse on there because of that. The community has had all the involvement in what's planted and how it's developed. Today, people are very isolated, and especially in a community like this where there was absolutely nothing but a couple of shops, no community spaces. It's really important to keep community land and community spaces like this one, which will always be a green space and always have a place for people to come.
The gardens here are tended to by volunteers with the aim of providing access to a green space to those who might otherwise go without in the local community and beyond. The Sessional gardeners, Mark and Deborah, oversee this and are responsible for maintaining the gardens and the work within them. They were kind enough to show me some of the areas of the garden they've been working on.
We've got a beautiful Willow Whale here that volunteers help cut and tie in and what have you. And it's a lovely tunnel that children really enjoy sort of accessing, and it's a great bit of shade in the summer, so that's why we've got so many trees growing, so we can have a little bit more shade eventually, you know. We're just moving into the memory garden.
So we've got a little garden, we call it the Butterfly Corner, and it's all about memories and a place for people to remember those who they've lost. And they can hang something in the tree with someone's name on it, or plant a plant in memory of someone that they've lost. And so just a quiet place to sit and to enjoy.
It's looking a little bit unkempt at the moment, but there's lovely plans for this. A particular young man that comes to the Oasis, he's been struggling with his additional needs and mental health. And so he's found this a very useful space just to come and just to sit.
We manage the garden in a different way to most places. We don't have any formal gardeners. We have people who do sessional work here, but they work with people in a sort of therapeutic and educational ways. We do a lot of teaching of all sorts of different skills, from seed planting and bulb planting to different techniques of how to take cuttings and how to grow vegetables and fruit. And then we do all sorts of other projects with them as well. Some people come for a few weeks, some people come for a few years, and we never get rid of them, but they become part of the family here. So it's run more as a family than a business.
Steve went to Disneyland just before COVID, saw a massive bed of hyacinth, said, that looked really, really effective, I want one. Obviously I'm not going to do it on a Disney scale, so I did a small version as a tribute to his Disney visit.
Trying to keep on top of a garden that's 2 acres is quite something, especially without any formal gardeners. So we're really thankful that we've got great volunteers that come down and help.
We've got these lovely tyres, like I say, planted to the max with bulbs and plants. So, you know, if things come up at different times of the year, and just this constant interest. So there's that sort of upcycling of side of things here as well, that we don't like to throw anything away. So
that's a magnolia that somebody donated last spring, I think it was, so it found a home here. We get a lot of people, if they're moving, they'll dig plants up, bring them to us and say, can we donate this? We never say no. Whatever comes, we always take it and plant it somewhere. We've got plenty of space, so why not?
these beds up here are for cutting. So again, volunteers, we pick and bunch them, and donations are made.
We started to build different areas around the site to give different kinds of experiences for people, to make a garden for the community to use, a park for the kids to play in, a community space to run community events.
This particular area looking very pretty at the moment with all the daffodils and crocuses, and there'll be tulips coming up shortly. This is called the Mound. Beautiful bulbs in here. In the summer it's absolutely glorious. We've got lots planted in here, so we have to be really mindful that's why we've got stepping stones around, so that people can get onto the mound and do a little bit of digging and weeding. So there's plenty of work just in this area alone, but we because there's such a lot of bulbs in there and delicate sort of growth, we have to be really sort of mindful.
Crown Imperial's just coming out, and the Persicaria. I love that once it's in flower. My thing is, I go to a garden centre, go straight to the cheap shelf and look at what's half dead. Yeah. Well, I want paid 13 quid for one when I could get it for 4. And give it a year, they came back, there's nice, so.
We're just going into the wildlife garden here. Like all of this space at Oasis, it's a work in progress. You know, we're not professional gardeners, but we just enjoy the outdoors, and people come to us for all sorts of reasons, just to enjoy getting their hands dirty, taking part and what have you, and just having a go really, and that's what we're all about, is just having a go. So generally we just pull the grass back so that people can see the path that meanders, so then the wildlife bits get sort of left untouched, and so the habitats are sort of left in place.
It's been lovely to see a green space come alive in the natural kind, for the natural kind of reason, to bring a space back into use that was derelict and empty. So I'd encourage anyone to do that kind of thing, because it's so rewarding to see that happen. When the sun shines, you could be anywhere in the world. It's a little oasis in the middle of nowhere.
If you want to discover more about Oasis Community Centre and their gardens, head over to www.oasiscommunitycentre.org. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to Horticulture magazine to discover more wonderful British gardens. Thanks for watching.